For me, I think what I connect with most is this remoteness. I just feel myself come alive when I'm out here. And I think that's one of the things, is that when people come out here and they experience this lifestyle, they immediately understand in their own heart and in their own spirit something that they were missing. From the beginning, this whole proposition has been something like a daydream, I think, for the three of us. I mean, we don't take ourselves very seriously. And certainly I think owning a ranch of this size is something that's pretty serious and beyond, I think, our own wildest imagination. And so to have it actually come true at this point and to be able to do it, it was like a really, I think, an emotional moment for all of us to be able to drive around and to understand, I think, the gravity and the weight of being the stewards of a property of this size and being the caretakers for it, and to try and help restore it and maintain it in this wild state that it's in. So for thousands of years, they would cook Sotol out here, but there's records of recently as 800 years ago where they were cooking it out here, and then they were mashing it up in some of the different holes and cavities in the ground out here, and that were filled with rainwater. And they come back after a couple days and drink that rainwater. And this is the earliest known records of consumption of beer or any sort of type of alcoholic beverage out here in North America was made right here in Texas using this plant, the Sotol plant. This mound of rocks right here is what's called a midden oven. And we've got a ton of them along this ridge line here. And what they were used for was basically cooking Sotol and other plants for part of the nutritional diet of people that lived and survived out here. So basically what you're looking at here is hundreds, if not thousands, of cook cycles in one of these midden ovens. And usually you'll find a mound on one side and a mound on the other, so the channel probably ran right through here where they would actually cook the plants. So this is a little cave right above where the middens are. And this would have been a shelter for one of the natives that would live out here. And you can tell they spent a lot of time out here. I got a little arrowhead here, but right up on these walls are all these striations where they would sharpen or just carve into the rock. This was really what the ranch was all about. It's about our Sotol plant, which for those of you who are fans of Desert Door know is what we make our liquor from. As you can see out in the distance here, we're basically standing in an entire field full of Sotol. And this will allow us to basically make almost an infinite supply of Desert Door out into the future. All of our plants are wild harvested. What we mean by that is we don't plant them, water them, fertilize them. We're not involved in the life cycle of the plant at all. We just come out and find them after they're already grown and mature. One of the things that's special about that is it's what makes our liquor so unique and so smooth, because we're not putting pesticides or insecticides on it like basically everything else that uses a product that's farmed. Those chemicals actually come through the distillation process and it can make the liquor less than appetizing or appealing to consume. This is one of our cisterns in the center of the ranch, and this cistern is about 30,000 gallons of water, and it's filled up using this really old school, awesome aeromotor windmill. This well was drilled in 1927. It goes down about 700 feet. There's no standing water within a large radius around here. The Pecos River is about 6 miles from here. And so if you don't have a source of flowing water or standing water, you've got to create it on your ranch in order to use it. So here we are on top of the canyon on the east side of the ranch, and there's a big canyon that runs right through it. So we are about a half a mile from here, from the northeast corner of the ranch. And back this way, way over on the horizon, is a very, very tiny windmill. And that windmill represents the center of the ranch for us. But from here, we can go about 3 miles that way, and about 4 miles that way, or 5 miles that way, and still be on the ranch. And that sheer scale, it's what makes you understand that you have to be actively involved in the maintenance and care of this land. And so we take that responsibility very, very seriously. And as you drive around here and you just see, you know, all these signs of people who've lived and survived out here for so long, you realize like you're just another rung in this like continuous chain of this amazing landscape out here. And we're just excited to be the next kind of stewards in this line of it, and to try and introduce our own philosophies and towards the land into it, and to try and help carry that story forward for people in the future to continue to tell as well. One of the things that's most important is that we use this basically as a beacon of West Texas, and this like testing ground of like where you can try different conservation practices and where you can do different things and try and basically, you know, create this whole ecosystem out in West Texas where it's as wild as it possibly can be.